Let's now shift our focus to the Maldives, where the China game plan has kicked in. Its pro-Beijing President Mohamed Muizzu has just wrapped up his 5-day visit to China, and just a day after returning, his office has brazenly issued an ultimatum to India. A March 15 deadline to withdraw its small number of military personnel from the country. Maldives' Public Policy Secretary at the President's office, Abdullah Nazim Ibrahim, has said, and I'm quoting, Indian military personnel cannot stay in the Maldives. This is the policy of President Mohamed Muizzu and that of this administration. A high-level core group was tasked with negotiating the withdrawal of the troops. On Sunday morning, they held their first meeting at the Foreign Ministry headquarters in Mali. It was attended by the Indian High Commissioner, Monu Mahavar. And in response, India's foreign ministry said that both sides held discussions on wide-ranging issues. The Indian government said discussions were related to bilateral cooperation towards identifying steps to enhance the partnership, and it included expediting the implementation of the ongoing development cooperation projects. India's External Affairs Ministry has said, and I'm quoting, both sides also held discussions on finding mutually workable solutions to enable continued operation of the Indian aviation platforms that provide humanitarian and medvac services to the people of the Maldives. It was agreed to hold the next meeting of the high-level core group in India on a mutually convenient date. But Muizzu's ultimatum is not surprising, especially as it comes after his big China visit. You see, soon after taking oath as the president of the Maldives in November last year, pro-China Muizzu got to work. He was quick to formally ask India to withdraw its military personnel from his country. He said that the Maldivian people have given him a strong mandate to make this request to New Delhi. Now, for the unversed, yes, India, Maldives' traditional ally, has servicemen in the country. In fact, Indian servicemen in the Maldives maintain and operate 2 helicopters and a Dornier 228 aircraft gifted by New Delhi to the Maldives for humanitarian and search and rescue missions. Beyond its defense ties with the Maldives, India has been instrumental in the socio-economic development. Not only that, New Delhi has sent vaccines, medicines and other aid to the country. During emergencies, India is also building the most ambitious bridge project, in fact. And during his just concluded state visit to China, Muizzu sought to align the Maldives closer to Beijing. Speaking to the press after returning from China, he indirectly attacked India. Without naming any country, he said, we may be small, but that does not give you the license to bully us. This request for the withdrawal of Indian troops comes at a time of diplomatic row between the two sides. The row, remember, was triggered after some ministers under the Muizzu government posted derogatory comments against the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and against Indians in general. It stirred a controversy. Calls for a boycott by Indian tourists were also made. They, by the way, rank the highest in numbers to the Indian Ocean archipelago. Clearly working under the Chinese influence, the Maldives under the Muizzu government is hell-bent on promoting Beijing at the cost of India and ruining the years of steady ties it has made with New Delhi. But the question is, does he really have the support of his people? Well, it does not look like it. In a big setback to President Muizzu, pro-India opposition Maldivian Democratic Party, or MDP, has secured a landslide victory in the capital Mali's mayoral election. On Saturday, the MDP candidate Adam Azim was elected as the new mayor of Mali. This was a post held by Muizzu until recently. In fact, Muizzu resigned from the post to contest the presidential elections last year. The Maldivian media reported Azim's win as a landslide and hailed his victory by a large margin. The MDP is headed by pro-India former President Mohamed Muizzu, who was defeated, remember, by Muizzu. Now, this is big. The mayoral election victory is expected to revive the political fortunes of the MDP. It still holds a majority in the parliament. And if you thought this was an indication of the dissent that Muizzu is facing at home for his choices, let me just share some more. On Monday, Maldives' parliamentary minority leader Ali Azim also called for the removal of Muizzu from the president's post. He has called for a vote of no confidence in the Muizzu government. He emphasized on the stability of the country's foreign policy. He said, and I'm quoting, "We, the Democrats, are dedicated to upholding the stability of the nation's foreign policy and preventing the isolation of any neighboring country." Are you willing to take all necessary steps to remove President Muizzu from power? Is the MDP Secretariat prepared to initiate a vote of no confidence? All this just tells us one thing. Muizzu may be flying in Beijing's toxic cloud for now, but it seems he is losing the ground under his feet in the Maldives.